Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. And thank you again so much for our time together. It's going to be a beautiful week this week as God's hand continues to rest upon your life. We've got something very special happening at COP this week out at East Campus. Pastor Claude Fingleton from the Cathedral of Praise in Rockhampton is going to be with us for Revival Nights. And I really encourage all three campuses. I know East Campus is hard to get to during the week. I understand, but it will be well worth your time. Be there at 7 o'clock at East Campus Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then Brother Fingleton will be with us on Friday down here at Main Campus. Right now, I'd like us to go back to the book of Job, chapter 4. There are many times in our lives when we are going through a difficult time, and rather than a voice of encouragement come to us, a voice of condemnation comes to us. And I would just like you to notice what that voice sounds like. In Job chapter 4, beginning with verse 1, then Eliphaz the Temanite replied, if someone ventures a word with you, will you be impatient? Now notice, when people begin to condemn us, the first thing they do is they get us off balance. Will you be impatient? As if, all right, now if I say I don't want to listen to you, then I'm the bad guy and I'm impatient and there's something wrong with me. So the first thing you need to recognize is when the voice of condemnation comes to you, it will often come very politely, but it's very manipulative and it gets you off balance. You say, well, now how do you know that this person was not speaking for God? Well, later on in the book of Job, we know that they're not speaking for God. In Job chapter 1 and Job chapter 2, God said that this man was righteous above all other people on the earth. And also, listen to the inspiration to Eliphaz the Tishmanite. Verse 12, a word was secretly brought to me. My ears caught a whisper of it. Amidst disquieting dreams in the night, when deep sleep falls upon man, fear and trembling seized me and made all my bones shake. A spirit glided past my face, and the hair on my body stood on end. It stopped, but I could not tell what it was. A form stood before me, and I heard a hushed voice. Can a mortal be more righteous than God? Can a man be more pure than his Maker? If God puts no trust in his servants, if he charges his angels with errors, how much more those who live in houses of clay, whose foundations are in the dust, who are crushed more readily than a moth? Wow. You begin to get an image of what Satan thinks of man, because God does trust men. And God did bring charges against Satan and his angels. And man was made of the clay. You begin to see the attitudes coming out of the heart of Satan as he inspired Eliphaz the Tishmanite to speak to Job. Now the book of Job is a fascinating story of three men who came to him and brought him nothing but condemnation. And Job had to pray for them at the end that God would bless them and heal them. But now, brothers and sisters, I challenge you today. You don't have to listen to everybody who comes to you with their manipulative condemnation. Yes, listen to a word of correction. Yes, when somebody sits down with you the word of God and shows you that you've done wrong. Yes, yes, yes. But there's an awful lot of stuff masquerading as correction, masquerading as, I have a word of the Lord for you, when all it is the voice of condemnation inspired by Satan. Please, you don't have to open your heart to that. Let God be the lifter of your head. Let God encourage you.